Mhm, 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 mhm. Okay. Okay. What's up, is skinny? What's up, is skinny? What's up, Taurus Abney? Okay, I'm waiting for my guests to show up, my couple to show up. Yeah, in a few minutes. What's up, Mr. Sin? How you doing, baby? We got a special treat coming on tonight. So as soon as they can get in here, we can start. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Your girl shape is stuck again at a truck stop. Um, in damn Troy, Illinois, with the same problem. Nah, not grinding right now. Right now, we sitting, saying we sitting. Um, we sitting right now, baby. Let me see. Let me check on my guest real fast. So hold on. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay. All right. So we waiting for my people to come in. My damn light is out. Really? Associate Minister, Reserve Deacon, Mr. Terry Jones. Well, hello. One of your headlights. One of your headlights. Hey, you better get that fixed. I'm here for the same old thing I know I already done had fixed. Uh, damn coolant leaking. I'm so tired, so I'm getting taken. I didn't spend like $2,600 on the same exact thing.
Yes, man.
What's going on? So
All right, all right. We finally got this
there you
thing
go.
up.
How y'all doing?
All right, how you doing?
All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all hear me good?
Mhm.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Marquis Burnett, Leticia Bonnell. Did I say your names correctly?
Heck no.
What I say wrong? What I say wrong?
You chopped it all up. It's okay.
Can you see
It,
what
correct me. What's the right way to say Leticia Bonnell, right?
It's Leticia Vonville.
Vonville. Okay, Lord have mercy. But I got his not incorrect. Did I say Marquis?
Oh my Marquis. You said Marquis.
Oh,
I
wait
don't
a
know why I call you
minute.
Marquis.
The QIS got me.
Marquis. It's cool though. It's cool though. It's all right.
Oh Lord.
It's all
But how
love.
y'all doing? How
That's
y'all
how
doing?
we
Thank
build
y'all
this
so much
rapport.
for coming on. I've been following Marquise on Instagram a whole lot. I didn't know you was not single. I was sitting there thinking you was a single man. You know what I'm saying? You
No,
better fix that. Look, she giving the. You
no.
better fix that. You better
That's a
fix
shame.
that right now.
That's a shame.
Okay.
She said.
Um. So,
Mhm.
how long have y'all been trucking individually, and how long y'all been trucking together?
I've been trucking for a little over 2 years. I started off as a regional driver, and we started
I started.
3 years ago. Like he's gonna me talk for him now. What the
I
heck?
started like 3 years ago. I started doing like regional work. I started doing touch freight at Performance Food Group. That
You
was
said 3 years
my
ago.
first started. Huh?
You say 3 years ago.
Mhm.
About 3 years ago,
Okay. So how did y'all end up meeting up? Was it on the road? Did y'all work for the same company?
I'm so glad I don't work for this company no more. I was working for a local company at home. I had went local, and I was dropping off groceries. I had to deliver frozen grocery to Acme's and Food Lions. I was in Philly, and Marquis parked next to me, kind of crazy.
I was sorry to cut you off. I was
No,
working for Goya.
he was working for Goya at the time. Apparently, they don't, you know, park proper next to you in Philly, where there's like no room. So I had an attitude or whatever about it, and then
Uh-huh.
missed him a little bit. But then I realized he was cute, and then I kind of got rid of the attitude a little bit, and then we talked, and then yeah, it did. But I didn't give him my number. I wouldn't go out with
You ain't giving the digits? What took so long to get the digits?
him because he's younger.
Okay.
So I was like, and
Can't
then
stop his bag.
yeah, I'm being real. So he was younger, but we had a lot in common, and I kept thinking about him. So then I pulled him up on Facebook, and I messaged him, and then he pulled up on me while I was at work and at another place. It was like weeks later, and then
You was stalking her or something, Marquis? You was stalking her?
he
No.
asked me where I was at. I told him I was over on what, Ridge Avenue in Philly or something. And he was like, "You ever been pulled up on?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "You have now." And then here he come walking up my truck. I was like, I panicked. I locked the doors, and then he tried to open my door.
Oh my God, really? You trying to open up her door?
I had a feeling he was gonna try, so I just hit the lock button. And then he did, and then I got out, and he was like, "Get out the truck," and being sassy. We were being flirtatious, and then I got out, and then we just started dating after that, and then he came to me with this idea. Like, we were only dating what, like a month.
Like it
So
probably
how,
30
so how
days.
did you
It
know
wasn't
it was
30
gonna work?
days.
How did you know
No.
it was gonna work? Because some people they think teen driving is a nightmare, and it seems like both of you love it.
I drove with my trainer, and it was a nightmare. Like, I didn't like being in the truck with a female, and it was different. And I had team drove before with a male. I had worked with FedEx Custom Critical, and he was someone they put me with, and that was a nightmare. He didn't want to take a bath, all kinds of crazy stuff, but it was a nightmare. So then when he asked me, it was kind of scary because we had just started dating, and I thought that might cause problems working together and dating, like in a new relationship. So, but it all worked out. And now we're still Team John. We just got our first truck together, and
What?
hmm
So y'all just purchased the truck, or we just
what's that?
y'all just purchased the first truck together, or we just a company?
Yeah, no, we got a truck, and it was what, maybe it was in December.
Oh,
So
so it ain't been long. Y'all just got it. Y'all just got it.
Yeah,
Lord
yeah.
mercy.
And you look, that we started dating in September,
That's
and
kind of fast.
I
That
know,
kind
right? But he said he knew he wanted to invest. So, and I was scared, but I knew there was something there. But I was used to. I had got comfortable as a company driver. My first company I worked for, it was a steady paycheck. I was dedicated, but I wasn't happy. They were running me hard, and I didn't feel like I was safe. So I left there. I went to work for FedEx, and then I wanted to be home local. Give that a try. Local really put my driving skills to the test. Driving around Philly, DC, Jersey, it's nerve wracking. And then he was doing it like it's nothing. And then nothing really scares him or bothers him. So he's always trying to get me to step outside of my comfort zone.
yeah. If you Instagram, he puts on a persona like he not scared of
He's not.
nothing.
He's not. Really not. And it's something that I try to. I wouldn't say follow necessarily, but I draw off that those vibes, and it helps me get through some things that I struggle with being a truck driver. Like, I had as a woman, I've had these obstacles I've had to overcome on the road, and
Uh,
it wasn't easy. I don't feel like I got the best training when I first started truck driving. So, now it's my goal. One of my goals is to help other truckers who are struggling just be better, safe drivers when they first get out there. That's all.
okay. So, what about your family and friends? Were they naysayers to y'all team? Did you catch it negative? That's a question for the both of y'all. Like,
She did. Mine don't care really. Hers. I mean, they got a
you
book.
know,
They got a book to say
you
about
know
it.
how all your girlfriends will be, and
Hey,
then they're all strong women, independent, strong, opinionated women, fierce. And
uh,
they just were, but they were very supportive. I didn't have too many. I was surprised. I thought they were going to give me hell for it, but they didn't say anything negative. I was a little bit worried. So I had to like take baby steps when I told them.
oh Lord, really?
Like only give them tidbits of information here and there, and then finally I hit them with the whammy, and then they were like, "Why didn't you just tell us? Like you're being so crazy." But I was like, "It's something that most people would frown upon. Be like, you just met this man, you don't know him from Adam, stuff like that." So I just had to do my own thing. I took a leap of faith, and it all worked out.
It sounds like I did this in like months, like a 90 day. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
like
little
the
scary.
confidence running
That's
on
a
the
little
road.
scary for me. That's a little scary, but it seems like it's working.
I don't think it would work for everybody. We had some bumps in the road, because we're both very headstrong, we're both
Mhm,
opinionated, and we're both alphas and aggressive.
mhm.
So, yeah, once we got past like that power struggle, then we were fine.
Wow. Okay. So we gonna forever say OTR. We trying to get on 40. Like, what's the next step? So we've already bought the truck.
Well, I think if you the best thing is like if you do team, it is a really good thing because you have somebody there to kind of like lean on, back you up. With Marquis, he's like it's all about research, taking your time to find out the information. He's all about research. Me, I'm just kind of like I'm I'm about numbers. I run the numbers. He does the research. I pretty much pick the loads. He will let me run the numbers, and then I'll tell like, no, we're not taking that load. It just doesn't pay enough. Um,
Mhm.
so we actually have a really good time with it, but you have to understand what each person's role is.
Okay. So it seemed like you the one was the decision maker. Is that right, Marquise?
huh?
You sound like she don't want to make the real decision in this here. But she do.
He making the decisions.
It's like you making the decision.
Oh,
No,
me?
she is.
That's what it sound like.
She the boss.
Oh, okay,
That's
look,
what Miss Badger said.
he
I just
admitted it.
was like,
He
she's the boss.
admitted it. He admitted it.
I told you to.
He a real nice admitted it.
You know
I
that
told.
saying? I told him. I says the saying. It says the man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and we turn the head where we want it to go.
Okay,
But
well
he
said.
does have really good business acumen. Like I used to own a spa a while back, and so I incorporate a lot of the stuff that like my work ethic into what I do now. Trucking is very it is, especially if you're running solo. I feel like when you're running solo, it's so much more difficult.
Mhm.
Solo driving is, I mean, because you're out there by yourself, you're alone. If you run
Yeah,
out of hours, you don't have anybody to back you up. Right.
okay. That's me.
Yeah, it is. It's a struggle.
Yeah, it's another beast. Be out here by yourself. Totally for teaming. I love what y'all doing. Y'all seem like a really, really nice couple. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was even in a relationship. And he actually admitted that you were honest. That's fine right there. I think I'm going good. That's a good, good sign. So y'all stay up upper East End in PA.
Well, he lives in Pennsylvania. I live in Delaware.
Okay.
So yeah, and we he's mainly at the house in Delaware. I can't even say it's my house anymore. It's like he's there so much that it's like our house now. But
Right.
Yeah, but we go back and forth. Sometimes we go to Philly. Like I grew to love Philly, driving local. I was so scared of Philly when I first. Like, I told my boss, "Don't you ever send me to Philly." And then one day I got a manifest load to go to Philly, and I was hot. I was so mad. I was cussing. But I went to Philly, and then it helped me get over a lot of fears that I have. I feel like driving local in Philly made me a super trucker. Like I can do anything after driving in Philly. That place is intimidating. You know how many side streets I went on? I know I wasn't supposed to be on.
Yeah, get you stopped. I one time I was on the outside of Philadelphia. They had a bunch of DC. I got to going past DC. Put the damn small ass sign. What the hell going on in PA? We gotta have a conversation. Okay, we gotta talk to somebody in PA on the Facebook about this shit. Put that little small ass little sign that ain't got on a high level. So my no trucks beyond this. That's how PA do that. That's how PA do it.
Uh
You know what I'm saying? So
huh.
this, how long do I actually stay out since y'all team and do y'all come home often?
Was that?
Do y'all come home often? Do y'all team in or do you stay
I
out long?
would say here lately, like with the holidays and stuff, I think it had everybody kind of messed up. We were all home. Seemed like for that, we actually didn't get home for Thanksgiving, but we did. We were home for Christmas. We went out New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you don't make money sitting. But we do pop in or whatever. We like to pop in on the kids and not tell them we're coming just to see what's going on.
See, y'all have children? You monkey have kids?
Yeah, he has a daughter, and I have a daughter,
How
and
old
then
are your daughter? How
two
many
grown
children?
sons.
Both my daughters are what, 13, right?
Both of our daughters are 13.
Wow,
Mhm.
both of your kids are the same age?
Yeah, but then I have two sons that are grown.
Oh, okay. How old
Yeah.
are your older sons?
How?
How old are your older sons?
My oldest son is 26, and then my other son is 21.
Oh, that's a blessing though. The two young girls are the same age. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. Real perfect.
Camera's so little.
I know the camera's
Why
good.
that camera's so little?
he, he probably go.
It's a stream yard, baby.
See me like I see an eyeball.
Yeah,
We can
That's
see
all I
you.
see.
What you got your camera set up high or something?
it's like this.
You got that joint on the ceiling.
Yeah, you got it on the ceiling. Marquis got his stuff all messed up.
What, you got a pop socket on the ceiling?
You hear him giving you stuff?
What, you got a pop socket on the ceiling?
Say it again, baby.
Do you have a pop socket on the ceiling?
Yeah, the little thing, the little session thing that you get at the little truck stop. Yeah. What advice you want to give anybody that is thinking about leaving?
Now, what kind of advice? I guess like
For
for
both of you. That's a question for both of you.
yeah. Go ahead. What kind of advice would you give somebody?
Well, I mean, teaming isn't for everybody. Teaming is really for anybody that's like my preference. And anybody that's maybe in a committed relationship or maybe that's siblings that really can stand living with each other because teaming, I mean, living with each other isn't really for everybody. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you're living in a cell. It's kind of like me being back in prison, but it's much tighter space. So
And a cuter, cuter soulmate.
you you want to make sure that your celly is somebody that you're compatible with.
Yeah.
There's tight quarters, and space is very limited. You can't have funky boots and all that sneakers laying everywhere.
So what I think we trying to say,
But
make sure it's the opposite sex.
Oh Lord.
it could be the same sex. Could be. I mean, opposite sex. I think would work good depending on the structure of the relationship.
Mm.
But I mean, depends on the whole structure ever. That's the main thing I would say. If it's just a random draw, it may not work. This was, I would say, a random draw, but it was a random draw with uh, intent and a lot of vision. I seen something great, so I plan it. I planted the seed and watered it, and the investment is turning to be to give give back great dividends and royalties thus far. So I would say anybody that's looking to drive team, be um, a couple or find somebody that you're cool with and really run numbers and know what it's about running team, getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you want to run owner operator on a team, because you got
Mm-hmm.
numbers, you got to know what the rates are. You got to know what the cost is for the fuel. You got to find a good. You got to find somebody that's good working on the truck. Like these are all things that we had to learn, and I'm just learning out, just just doing it. Like we just found somebody that can work on our truck today.
Mm-hmm. That's always a tedious task. You have to
Mm-mm.
shop right now. It's always a pain in the ass always.
Or taking it to the dealership, they will rake you over the coals. It's crazy.
And trucking, it's not as hard as people really think it is. It's
Some
easy
people
to
think
me
it's
because
so hard. Some people, due to pandemic, I know people that lost their truck. You know what I'm saying? And wouldn't even give an idea to get back out even in Seaman. So whenever you come across a Christian couple that say it works for us, that's something you have to admire. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That,
Mhm.
what do you have to say, Leticia?
Oh, she said my name right. I would say make sure that you set if you're gonna team drive, you have to set boundaries. Um,
Good one.
yeah, like that's what we did. We talked about like what the do's and don'ts. Like we we both have OCD, but he has it worse than I do. And so you wanna kind of get with someone that has the same kind of his habits of you as you and understands because like people that are real funny like that where like one little thing out of place can kind of drive you crazy, that's gonna drive a regular person crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So um
Love it.
we he over here doing his what is a hand signal for.
Mhm.
Anyway, so just setting boundaries and talking about what it is that your expectations are. And then we had to take it a little bit further. We also had to set boundaries for our relationship. Like
Okay, that's a good one. A good one.
I told him this ain't gonna be just about work. We are just now dating. So we need to set some boundaries and understand that there has to be time for us to develop this relationship. Because at this point, then I don't know what this is. Like we're just we're just on the road. Like what is it? So as a
You
I
want to
think
be out here. You
yeah,
want to have
I think any woman would understand what I
make
want to know
sense.
what your intentions are.
Yeah.
You chasing
Like
the bag,
we're chasing a bag, but you also
big
chasing
bag.
something else. Don't play with
You chasing a big bag.
me. So so we just had to set those boundaries and we came to understand and then we ended up doing this thing where when we travel, which this is a lot of fun for team drivers, you traveling, take the time, we always have extra time. We stop, like we went to Denver, we went to dinner, we went exploring, we're in San Antonio right now, but I have family here, so we've been doing stuff in San Antonio while our truck's getting worked on. So you take this downtime just to enjoy each other's company and go see things and do things because it's
Mhm.
harder when you're running solo. I ran solo and I couldn't. My dispatcher calling me. Where are you at? I'm like, I'm on my 34. Why are you calling me right now?
Yeah.
So, you're like, I'm in Memphis and I'm having a good time and he's wanting to call, have a discussion. So it's it's better when you're running teams and
Mhm.
just take that time to do something fun, record stuff, take pictures, make it memorable. So that's what we're doing right now. We've just been making it about having fun, and we really don't run too hard. I don't think not like
You probably run like I
Who's
don't.
the runner? Who's the runner out of both of you? Who run? Who eats the pasta?
who
Who
eats the.
eats the pasta?
We both share it
We both
equally.
that.
We
No,
both,
okay.
we both make sure, we make sure that the other one doesn't feel like they're driving all the time and stuff like that. So Marquis struggles with night driving. So we've been working on that.
You scared to drive at night? You scared of the dark?
Old Pop
He's a
come
papa, honey.
7:30.
He'll be asleep at 6:30, ready to go to bed. He's like, oh, I'm tired. I'm like, you better get your life right.
I'm ready to go to sleep about 7 o'clock. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Yes.
I'm done. But
You
I'll be
old
up.
man.
But
You
I
old
can at
man.
2, 3
He'll be up at 2 in
a.m.
the morning.
easy.
And then look, and then I'm a person, I can stay up a little bit later or something. So then sometimes I'm not getting as much sleep. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to learn how to work on our time, managing our time better. For real, because you want to hang out with the person that you're with, you want to be, spending time with them, but at some point you gotta realize your limitations.
Okay.
So that's another part of team driving. You guys can't be hanging out all the time. Y'all gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I like what I hear. It sounds like a good little union going on. I lost y'all. What happened? They hit a button, y'all.
Sorry.
There they go.
That's that
It's my VA.
that's his VA calling.
Oh, okay. We ain't got that much longer to go because I know
House
we only
chopping.
3 minutes, right? Um, do you find anything as a challenge? Anything as a challenge as far as team? I know the money is better. You spend a lot more time around each other. Is it any negatives so far for y'all at all? Because it's right now y'all given me nothing but positives by teaming.
Well, no, it's not. It's not all positive. It's just like regular trucking. I mean, but it's two people doing it. So
You have
if
to watch your attitude too. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Things are gonna happen, and how you deal with it is very important because you're putting those feelings and those emotions on your partner. So that's something I had to work on because and he had to work. He's come so far because he'd be quick to cuss somebody out back when he worked for Goya, and then I'm that way too. And that's something that, like working in, now you're owner operator, you're networking, you're dealing with different people all the time. You have to learn how to get out of that because I feel like trucker mode kicks in sometimes and I got trucker mouth.
Fuck them out. Fuck them out. No, that's the one to tell people,
Who are
hey,
you talking to?
you be want to watch me doing this here in the window. That's why they truck them out. I'm seeing
I
her that one day
have
show me her titties
seen
one
it.
time. And I'm going out and cut off and she told me her titties one time. Real white lady. I guess I was cut. You understand? I hope it ain't nothing like that.
Whoa, whoa. Like,
That's crazy.
some people would be pulling over ready to fight you and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But
they do. They
yeah,
ready to
but
fight all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
was the receiver. Like he had some lady trying to talk crazy to him at the receiver. She didn't know we was together because I was kind of standing off to the side. And
Uh,
I had to tell her. I was like, "Who are you talking to?" But you run into these people who can kind of test you, and you have to learn how to deal with it in a different manner. So that's something that you have to work on. That's
well,
probably
the
the
big thing,
negative, is like not letting your emotions, not dumping your emotions on your partner, on your team driver, because it's going to cause problems. And if you're not able to communicate with each other, you're not going to be able to express that. Like he can tell me, you know what, babe, you being real negative right now. I need you to stop that. Like it's making me feel some type of way. So let's not do this. And then sometimes I'll be like, who's he talking to? But then I have to check myself. I take a minute and say, you know what, he's right. I'm bringing bad vibes in this truck. This truck is too little for all this anger and emotion. So it definitely has caused me to like have to like reevaluate how I handle some things.
well, y'all have each other to feed off of. That's the good thing about it. You have somebody. 'Cause I would kill to have somebody next to me something. You know what I'm saying? I have a question I want to ask you, Leticia.
Yeah.
Now, since you team, is this whole thing going on that because you have a man next to you that he hinders
Can he
that he
what?
that he hinders you from being on the job? Do you feel like that Marquise hinders you from being a man?
Does he hinder me from doing my job?
Yeah. Some people say that because the man on the truck that the man does what he do the thing, and you don't really get a chance to run the game out here because your man doing something. You know
Mm-mm.
how they say that all the time. What do you
No,
have to say?
the only thing I would say drives me crazy sometimes is um maybe babies me a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, I'm strong, and I was out on the road solo on off for like the 2 years. This is recent for me driving with him. So
Mm-hmm.
you as a woman, you develop a certain strong persona. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the persona he met when we first. I was like, "Where'd you learn how to drive? Who taught you to park? Why
Mm-hmm.
you so close to my truck?" Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That real dominant persona, and then you get used to just saying whatever you want comes right out your mouth. And then he's kind of like me, but then I had to realize too, like sometimes when you have to understand a man got to be a man, and you sometimes we have to bend just a little bit because women are softer, we're more nurturing, we're a little bit different. So I had to learn to say, I can't always be this hardcore chucker chick. I have to bend a little bit. And I don't feel like he hinders me at all. Like he encourages me, he supports me. Like I've always been camera shy. So to have me here right now is like probably a miracle because I don't do cameras. But he's encouraging me all the time. And the thing that I really appreciate about Marquis is he's always trying to teach me and give me the tools to make sure that even if we're not together, I can survive financially on not just trucking, but passive income.
Mm-hmm.
He's been teaching me all about making passive income and how to better my financial situation. So, any man who gifts you with that kind of knowledge is a man who cares about you and is in for the long haul.
Okay. All right. Y'all are like a nice couple. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Vibes I'm feeling. Y'all seem absolutely comfortable with each other. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
we're corny as hell. Here we call me Honey Bunny and he's Poppy.
Are you happy? Oh, that's
Uh,
oh.
yeah, he be calling me Honey Bunny.
Oh, Lord, that's so sweet. Oh, I'm jealous here. I see you, man. You know, so it's rough. Like,
Let me
it's
tell you what, it's a much needed change. My other co-driver that was a man, he was horrible looking. So, this is definitely a come up.
he ain't got nothing to say. He ain't got nothing to say.
I couldn't stand waking up in the morning to see that face. Ugly as hell.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And
Okay.
it was smelly. It was like a double whammy. So then, once he had, I was like, I think I could wake up next to that every day. Yeah.
Okay, well, I love y'all so much for coming on tonight. Thank you.
Thank you
And
for
y'all
having
can
us.
follow Marquise on IG. I think it's underscore Marquise.
I got two Instagrams. One's real estate underscore Mark MARQ.
Mm-hmm.
There is trucker Mark two.
I know it's a trucker underscore Mark two, something like that. I put in the description. You can look them.
Well,
And
I'll put the
because I didn't think I found one on you, your IG.
Lady Trucker TC.
Oh, okay, that's why I was looking underneath your name. I could
Yeah, and nobody can say my name, so I just say TC.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna leave it on the description. People can let y'all know and get y'all experience and see how y'all doing taking advice. They're trying to think because it's wonderful the best thing to be out there for me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's shit
Mhm.
take life by yourself. I've already been robbed for like $2,600. And I'm in a shop right now again for the exact same problem.
I was gonna say you looking cute. You got your scarf on. I see your hair. You got your eyebrows done. And everything
Girl,
looking good.
please. Girl, please.
It
This
can
ain't
be done. This is what I need. I'm gonna start teaching women like how to do your makeup in 5 minutes or less. Like
yeah.
we don't need to look crazy.
Now, I'm not with looking like a man. There's a few of them that try to be looking like a man. I met one lady told me one time, real talk, I'll let y'all go. She told me one time she only bathed one time a week. She only takes a shower one time a week. Yeah. She said that's part of being, she was Hispanic. It's not only bathe one time, that's part of being a trucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thinking of money. That's why I said
terrible.
that's
I don't wanna
11,
hear- I
12
don't
dollars
wanna
a
hear that
day.
mess.
You gotta think
I don't wanna hear that mess.
you gotta
Dang,
think she's
I
trying to
never
secure the
knew that.
bag. She's trying to secure the bag. Every person has a different view on how they stack money. That's her way of stacking money.
How she stacked money,
She
not
she
washing her behind.
she being a dirty ass. I mean, that's how she's stacking money.
Nah, no, thank you.
That's how my trainer was. She would take wet wipes and wash down there or whatever, curtain open and everything. I said, Lord, everybody get this show. But
Oh, Lord. Oh,
but she didn't want to take a bath. And at nighttime, it was wintertime, she had that heat cranking.
oh my God.
And look, let me tell you, the whole week I was in training, I slept in the truck stop sitting up in a
Oh,
chair. I couldn't stand the smell. And she had a little dog.
oh, that's even worse. I can imagine. You poor thing. Oh my God.
I about lost my mind.
They all
I
smell.
finished that run a whole day early. And they were like, "You got done fast. So how'd you get back here?" So, let me tell you what, when you smelling that, you run hard. You want to get back to the terminal, get out the truck. I don't want to be in your truck no more. You stink. Your dog, I can't stand your dog. Your dog's crazy. It would run across it. It was a little dog. It run across the dashboard while we was driving. All kinds of crazy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but I just wanted to get that training done and over with because I was tired of Wisconsin.
Okay.
Too cold out there and it was snowing, and that's where I learned how to drive, was like in Wisconsin in all that snow.
That's the best time they say to get in the truck in the winter season.
Oh my goodness. I had to work local for almost 2 weeks because they couldn't find a female trainer. So,
Mm.
not 2 weeks, 2 months, I'm sorry. 2 months in Wisconsin in the dead of winter.
Oh Lord.
I don't know why people move there. I said the only thing that would make a man or woman move to Wisconsin is being in, like, dating somebody from Wisconsin. And everybody I talk to, I'd be like, "Why'd you move to Wisconsin?" "Oh, I was dating." I said, "See, that's what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody trying to move here because of an opportunity. It's too cold."
Mm. Well, I thank y'all so much for being on tonight. I'm not gonna hold y'all long because I know he got to make phone calls. So yeah, make sure I go follow him on Instagram, and I'll make sure I put the information up online, and I'll make sure I keep in contact with y'all too.
Oh yes, I will.
I'm hoping this is longevity. This is something that's promising. I hope it's go all the way to everything that you're trying to do. I love seeing couples do their thing. You know.
Thank you for contacting us, having us.
All right. Anything you like to say, Marquise? Before we get out?
Yeah, you could. I'm. Oh, so I'm open to coming back on to teach people how to wholesale
Okay.
house from their truck.
Okay.
Um, it's my other brothers. It's my other Instagram, like my other world that I've been into.
Okay. We can definitely set that up.
Say it again.
We can definitely set that up.
Alright.
Okay. In the future, about a couple of weeks or so, we can definitely set that up. Because I'm doing real estate too. So we're gonna start some diverse things on here.
Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah.
love to have a
Yeah. It's no reason why truckers shouldn't be doing real estate
place. I agree.
from, from the truck. So.
But I already paid for that online.
All right, you guys, we're gonna head out tonight. Y'all have a good night.
This is
All right, I appreciate it.
bye.